During the evening hours of May 3, 1999, at approximately 6:23 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a violent tornado would touch down to the south of Bridge Creek, Oklahoma. The tornado would quickly strengthen to F5 strength wind speeds and enter densely populated areas of Moore, Oklahoma. But first, let's take a step back and look at the events leading up to the tornado. At approximately 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time, just over 3 hours before the tornado would touch down, the Storm Prediction Center would issue a level 3 out of 3 high risk of severe weather for portions of central and southern Kansas, central Oklahoma, most of Oklahoma other than the Panhandle and extreme eastern, along with northern Texas near the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. With this outlook, they would note the potential to similar supercells like they saw on April 26, 1991. Around 3 p.m., a discrete supercell would develop near Lawton, Oklahoma. The storm would move northeast at around 30 to 40 miles per hour. Just after 6 p.m., when the storm made it to Amber, Oklahoma, it was ready to produce a tornado. At 6:23 p.m., what is considered one of the strongest tornadoes of all time would touch down and rapidly intensify. Taking a look at the path on Tornado Archive, you can see it touched down near E1300 Road, or County Road 1300, which is just south of Amber, Oklahoma, and it would then inflict some F2 damage to the east of Amber, where it would quickly strengthen and widen, and it would inflict F4 damage near Cimarron Road and Dewey Edward Drive. This is while it was approaching Bridge Creek, and then near this turnpike, there would be F5 damage. This is along Troller Road and Cattle Drive. The tornado would then continue, I believe, this is Interstate 44, so it would continue along Interstate 44. And then it looks like this may have been a subvortice, a mini tornado around the tornado. I'm not 100% sure the story of that. So it would continue at F2 strength and then hit Early Wine Elementary School, and this is where it would enter densely populated areas of Moore, and it would inflict more F5 damage near the Moore Norman Technology Center. So this is how it earned its name in Moore, and this is where a lot of the coverage on KFOR, which we will take a look at later, shows it. It moved just to the north of Highland West Junior High School, and then it would eventually cross Interstate 35, and it would begin to weaken for the time being near First Baptist Church of Moore. Then it would continue at F3 to F4 strength, where it would eventually rope out near East Reno Avenue, which is just to the north of Midwest City, Oklahoma. So that is the path of the tornado. The path was 37.3 miles, and the path width was 1,430 yards. And during that time, the tornado would directly kill 36, and there would be 583 injuries. So that is what the tornado's path looks like. Started south of Amber, Oklahoma, and it roped out near Midwest City. The path of the tornado on Google Earth Pro with the satellite archive tool for the historical imagery. So this is December of 1998. Watch this area along Interstate 44 near Bridge Creek. We're going to go to December 1999, the first image after the tornado, and you can see, gotta zoom out or else the image goes to a different date, but you can see the path there just north of the interstate. So this is before, about 5 months before, and this is about 6 months after the tornado, and you can see that path go all the way through. Oh, sorry, got a little laggy. You can see it gets harder to follow as you go into more, but it is there. You can see it when it crosses Interstate 35, right in there. By the time the tornado had lifted at 7:48 p.m., the sun would already be setting. People were trapped in the debris across the Oklahoma City metro. Sunrise on May 4th would reveal the devastation left behind from the events of the previous evening. Trees were debarked, homes were slabbed with everything swept away, cars were mangled beyond recognition and tossed miles away. Residents would walk amongst the devastation in absolute disbelief, desperately attempting to find loved ones and their belongings. images of the horrific storm would quickly make its way across the state, country, and the world. The tornado would prompt the National Weather Service to issue their first ever tornado emergency. The following clip I am going to play will include some of the Skywarn Force Storm Team's footage along with the tornado emergency alert.
Hail, possible damaging winds, but the tornado should stay for the time being south of South 89th Street. And here's our new first video images from our forewarned storm units. We need to get Carano and David on the phone ASAP as this continues to track in. That's from David Payne just coming back, and that is from northeast of Amber and southwest of Newcastle.
Mike, again on the storm tracker system, this is the area we've been talking about. Tornado warnings continue in effect for those that live in the Caddo County area. This is the area that we're talking about. This is the storm that is working its way out of the southwestern part of the Caddo County area and working its way to the east and to the northeast and across parts of the area around the Newcastle area. This is the storm that McLean and Cleveland County are under. This is the area that we've been talking about.
Tornado emergency in South Oklahoma City metro area. At 6:57 p.m. Central Daylight Time, a large tornado was moving along Interstate 44 west of Newcastle. On its present path, this large damaging tornado will enter southwest sections of the Oklahoma City metro area between 7:15 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Persons in North and South Oklahoma City should take immediate tornado precautions. This is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. If you are in the path of this large and destructive tornado, take cover immediately. Doppler radar indicated the storm may contain destructive hail to the size of baseballs or larger.
Immediate danger. Mike Duncan, our forewarned units, live with the visual of the tornado. Mike?
Mike, we are still on H.E. Bailey, about 102. There is a rain of debris coming down. Insulation, the interstate is littered all over the place with debris from this tornado, and it's sweeping by us at high rates of speed. Tornado is still on the west side of H.E. Bailey, about a quarter mile from the highway, and moving to the northeast. But it's getting very dark where we are, and there is hundreds of pieces of junk just floating through the air, going by in a circular motion, orbiting this huge tornado. Obviously, some houses have been hit. We've seen pink insulation flying through the air, wood parts of roofs. There is
Alright, so as many of you probably saw, I did a poll on my YouTube community tab asking if I should just analyze the tornado or include some footage. You just watched some footage of the emergency alert broadcast. You can go back and see the person's YouTube channel to find that clip if you would like to watch it. But we are going to watch some more footage of this tornado just after a bit of further analysis. So I just wanted to show you the poll results and where I got that information. I would also like to thank the 15 of you that went ahead and voted on that poll, because that helps me decide what to do in these videos. I just wanted some viewer feedback, so that is what we're going to do. Thank you, everyone. The next clip I am going to show was originally filmed by storm chaser Mike Duncan, but can now be found on various channels on YouTube. The Doppler on wheels seen on the left would measure wind speeds in the tornado of up to 321 miles an hour, which would be a key factor in the tornado receiving its F5 rating, because the Fujita scale was based on wind speeds rather than damage like the EF scale is. This next piece of footage shows the tornado as it was entering densely populated areas of Moore. And this is a clip from KFOR Live News Channel 4, and you can hear the newscasters just in absolute disbelief. So I'm going to go ahead and play the clip, and there will be a little text showing which YouTube channel I found it on.
Directly your way. There's our live picture from I-35 and Southeast 89th. If you live over near Tinker Air Force Base, you need to think about where you need to go to stay safe, and take your battery-operated radio on Magic 104.1, and you can go to your safe spot with that radio. We will stay with you through the entire time. Interior closet, preferably a bathroom in the bathtub, mattress over your head. If you have a storm cellar or basement, or even any type of hole that is down below ground, even a crawl space in your home that is below ground, you really need to consider going there. We pray that you are safe in South Oklahoma City, because this is a terrible, terrible live view from Chopper 4. Jim Gardner, what do you see?
Hang on one. Mike, I was just talking to the Westheimer Tower. They've lost their telephones. They are also having a problem with their radios. He's talking to me right now. Giving you information on this tornado to inform Tinker of its path. But they're starting to get a lot of power outages around here, Mike. We can see lights go off. One side of the southwest side of where we are right now is totally black, Mike. There's no power at all. Emergency vehicles running around. There is no power on the southwest side by Oklahoma City Will Rogers World Airport and the south edges of that. And as we go through, you can see the transformers go on and more lights going off in the city. I mean, this is it's a light show, Mike. It's incredible. There's stuff blowing up all over.
That is an incredibly tragic scene for Moore. We pray that you folks are safe. This is an F4 tornado going through Moore live. It's just
Mike, this is going to cross I-35. I-35 is very, very heavy in traffic southbound at this time.
Folks, if you're listening on
across right now, you can see the explosion.
If you are south of 89th Street on I-35 down to South 4th Street and more, get out of your car right now. Get out of your car right now. Don't wait. Don't wait till you see a picture of it. Don't wait until you can see it. Get out of your car right now. Get underneath an underpass. Get in a hole. Get in a ditch. Get out of your car on I-35. You folks listening to us on the radio, get out of your car. Do not be in your car anywhere near this tornado. It could even suck you in if you're close to it. Let's go back to our live. Let's go to South Oklahoma City ground shot. South 89th and I-35.
Mike, there you can see it on the ground. Very dangerous situation. Our worst fears really are realized. A major tornado on the ground in a major metropolitan area. Dangerous situation. Not since June 13th that we see.
You can hear it from South 89th Street.
Let's be quiet for just a second. We'll see if we can hear that shot.
You can hear the roar. You can hear the tornado from 89th Street. You can hear the roar.
Again, those listening on radio, you are going to be occasionally experiencing some power outages because these storms are moving into the metro area. We're going to have occasionally some shot.
Look at the debris. Look at all the debris. Look at all the debris in the air. Folks, please, we plead with you. You absolutely have got to get down. Get to the lowest level you possibly can. We plead with you. Do not take the extra minute or two. We plead with you to get below ground. Get in the interior closet or bathroom. Get in the bathtub. We plead with you. There it is, crossing Interstate 35. There is a tremendous amount of debris in the air. We pray and plead with you, please get down now. If you're I-35, get out of your car. If you're east of I-35 over to Tinker Air Force Base, please, we plead with you, go to your safe spot now. Take your radio. Forget the live pictures. Go get safe. Oh, my gosh.
89, South 89.
Folks, we plead with you, just go to your safe spot if you possibly can. That's an F. Look at the horizontal vortex. That is an F4 to an F5 tornado. That's winds of 250 miles an hour.
All right, we're asking our crew right now to shut down, get out, and get out of there. This is a dangerous situation. Mike, a serious situation, and many folks still will be tempted to go outside and try to look at this thing. Do not go outside. Stay where you're at. If you're in your car in this area.
I want to go back to Google Earth Pro and look at the timeline feature. So this is Moore in December of 1998. Watch this area up here near I-35. And if we go to December of 1999, you can see that scar there. I can't zoom in any further or the imagery would get newer, since back then they didn't take images for that close up, but just watch near where it says South Oklahoma City and you'll see that scar. So the footage we just took a look at is when it was passing through there and when some of the tornado's peak winds were as it was passing through more. And then you can also see the scar up here near Tinker Air Force Base. Looks like I can zoom in a little bit. So that's near Parkview, right in there. A look at the archive image history on Google Earth Pro, a great tool, but I also want to take a look at this website, Tornado Archive. Very good for showing tornado paths and more information. So you can see this is when it crossed I-35, and just before then, near Kelly School and Northwest 12th Street, Northwest 15th Street, there was some F5 damage. So I believe F5 is wind speeds of over 268 miles per hour. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So you can see this was at nearly peak intensity when it did cross over the interstate, and then we could also see the scar near the Tinker Air Force Base where it would inflict some F4 damage, so still very strong at that point. And obviously in the live coverage they were very worried because there are a lot of people there, so they were very concerned about it passing through that area. But this is what it looked like when it crossed over Interstate 35. I would like to seriously thank you all so much for watching this video about the Bridge Creek, Moore, Oklahoma 1999 F5 tornado in my mini tornado documentary series. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing to the channel, as it takes 2 seconds and really helps me out. This video is dedicated to the victims of the tornado and the residents of South Oklahoma City. Thank you for watching.